Hi, everybody. It's Panic here with another episode of my Don't Panic podcast. It's always special when I got one of my relatives on the show. And yeah, I'm excited to announce that it's another relative that's showing up. And in this first wave of people, I want to make sure I get most of the people I care about in first, and then we could work towards like more famous people down the line. But that being said, his talent speaks for itself. He's got a good amount of following, and yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, introduce yourself to the viewers. What's your name? What do you do?
My name's Young Sylence,
Hmm.
aka Jeremiah Mathis, and I'm a music artist. Trying to get into streaming. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I do a lot of stuff, but for the most part, I'm definitely gonna want to do my introduction again. I
Hmm.
ain't gonna lie to you. Let me
Yeah.
do it one more time. Hold
y-
on. All right, so my name's Jeremiah Mathis, but a lot of people know me as Young Sylence. I'm a
Mhm.
music artist, and I'm trying to get into streaming
Mhm.
after I get my following up with music, obviously,
Mhm.
and I have just been growing my fan base slowly and slowly. You know what I'm saying over this last year. I've only been rapping for a year,
Yeah,
but um,
but something you're passionate about.
yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Gotcha. So, do you consider yourself a content creator?
Yeah, I have a lot of content that I want to put out there for my team on 2K, and then
No,
I want to be
because
one of the.
even like even with your music and stuff, you're creating content.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I create content every day.
Yeah.
Like that's literally me. Basically, what I do. Like that's all I do is create music. But
Mhm.
everything else is like a branch off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to start a tree
Yeah.
and then branch off from there.
Yeah. Make like a empire.
Literally, bro. Literally, yeah. Because I wanna run literally a whole streaming team. I want to do because like as you know, like our whole family is built around games and shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So obviously, I want to help everybody in the family too. But
Mhm.
it's more on the lines of like I want basically just to plant some roots and then just watch that shit prosper.
Yeah, and there's definitely no problem with that because, like you said, most of our family plays games anyways. And with my
Yeah,
expertise and with my stuff, I'll help as much as I can towards that goal also. So
yeah, most definitely.
besides like, so we're gonna plug your social medias. Any social medias you want to share, and then after you say them, we're gonna pop to a black screen and show all the links.
Yeah. So on YouTube it's Young Silence, and then
Hmm.
Twitter is Jeremiah underscore bitch, and then
Yep.
um and then on Snapchat is Swag Nation 34. I made that in middle school, so don't clown me.
Yep.
And then
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is just Silence, Sylence,
Hmm.
and then um
Any
SoundCloud.
any ones that you miss, we'll just put in the black screen.
Yeah, I think that's it, pretty sure. But on PlayStation it's Young Silence 03 if anybody wants to play games with me and stuff. And then
Hmm. You've
yeah, I think
definitely
that's it for the
shared
handles.
you've definitely shared most of your socials. Like most people usually do one or two, but we got you all plugged in. And
Yeah, I got like
there's
eight of
no
them
problem
shits.
with that. Exposure is good. That's what this whole podcast is about, is getting you guys exposure. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, most definitely. It goes both ways, bro. I'm trying to bring my fans over to you, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, a couple of your people fuck with what I do too.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
that's definitely
We'll definitely
definitely
try
what I
to do
want
it.
to do. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
what would you say the things you're most passionate about? Like, what are you working on that you're most passionate about?
Right now I'm working on trying to do my debut album, which is called Broken Soul. I've been trying to figure out like what lane I want to take with it. Like if I want to help people with depression, or like if I want to really speak to everybody in a lyrical standpoint. Cause like I
Yeah.
I freestyle
Uh.
and I freestyle and I write. So it's a really different process when you think about it, because when you're freestyling, you're basically giving them like your raw emotion
Yeah.
fresh off the top of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Mhm.
giving them exactly what you feel right then and there.
Yeah.
So when I'm writing songs and I'm putting shit together for the album, like
Mhm.
it's hard to be a normal. It's hard to put normal content on something that you passionately care about. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
Like,
feel you. So the way that I see it too is not everybody can freestyle, and not everybody can make content like you're doing. So if you can do both, you're kind of almost setting yourself apart already. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because like
yeah.
if you look at some of these rappers, like even if you look at like any of the people that have had quote unquote hits, like in the radio and shit, like
Hmm.
Big Shaq, man's not hot. When they asked him to freestyle, he said, "I don't have the
Yeah.
facilities for that, big man."
Yeah. Fact. Exactly. Yeah.
So if you could
It
set
just
yourself
boils.
apart, yeah,
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm trying to do. It just boils down to like what lane you want to go in. Like me personally, I want to be on Sway, Funk Flex. I want to be on every freestyle thing that there is because like I want to get better at it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get critiqued
they
by
can
the
give you some
greatest.
constructive criticism. Yeah,
Yeah, not even just that. Like, it's my goal to be one of the best freestylers of all time eventually because like Juice World inspired me completely to be where I'm at.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like that's where I learned how to freestyle from is from Juice World. So like if I could even touch that in the smallest amount,
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be fine.
Yeah, and to have a like somebody that had an impact on so many people like Juice World, how young he was when he made the content that he did, and
Yeah, exactly.
so it touched so many people, and for him to have left, it's an even bigger impact. Because like the saying is, you don't know what you have until it's gone. But we already knew what we had sort of before we lost him. But
Yeah, literally.
you miss him that much more when he's gone because of the
Hmm.
impact that he was having and how young he was.
Yeah,
So
for sure, bro. I completely relate to it because like I was one of the people that like got on the Juice World wave as soon as Lucid Dreams came out. Like I was a little late on the wave,
yeah,
and then like I just like fell in love with like his passion for the fucking art, bro. Like it just boiled down to like everything that he talked about. I just related to like every time he mentioned something to do with a girl,
mhm.
I completely related to it. Like it was crazy. Like to the smallest extent, even
Yeah.
to the biggest extent. Like it got to the point where I like he couldn't say anything without me feeling like I was relating to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, and
I fell in love
that's
with
when
it
you
for
know
completely.
that's when you know you relate with an artist is when you can connect with them on what they're actually talking about. Like if they're talking about some shit and like you
Yeah.
actually truly understand and feel it in your own soul, that's when you
Hmm.
know music is making the most sense to you.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's how I felt at first because when I was before I found music, I genuinely didn't know what I was passionate about.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know like I obviously play like you play basketball with me and stuff and I took that serious, but in a way,
Hmm.
like you can relate to this with the basketball thing. I feel like
Yeah.
when you know that there's like people like say your favorite player is Westbrook and mine is Derrick Rose, right? Say
Yeah.
like that's like our goal. Like okay, boom, like I've always wanted to put the ball behind my head and dunk like Derrick Rose. You feel me?
Yep.
So when I got that,
Yeah.
it was like, damn, like
Yeah.
okay, I'm already there. Like, what am I gonna do next
Hmm.
to compare myself to what I want to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I gonna get to that next level? So
And
when I got,
that's always important because like I had conversations with my other people I had on here, and
mm-hmm,
it's always good to have a mindset like that, and that's why I had you as one of the first guests. Not only did you hit me up first, but the first wave of guests I'm having are people that I truly love and care about. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you're one of the first wave, and one of the main reasons I wanted you on is because now that you're growing up and maturing,
yeah,
you have a mindset to where what's next. You're not just
yeah,
chasing after your goal and it's done. You know what I mean? You want to
yeah,
chase
most
after your
definitely.
goal and then keep going after it because you always have to ask what's next. If you become number one and
Mm-hmm,
you just rest on your shit and you just don't care anymore, somebody
mm-hmm.
that's hungrier than you will come and take your number one spot.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what happened after I dropped my first music video. I took my foot off the brake,
Yeah.
and it made me realize like because I just dropped my second music video, "Fly So High," and
Mhm.
that didn't do as many numbers as the last one because I took so long to like you know what I'm saying. Took so long to come back with it, and it was already a song that was released. I only did the video to dedicate it to the people that were. It was already dedicated to those people. It just
Mhm.
I decided to relive it basically and show them like what I was thinking instead of like just talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when
Yeah.
you're freestyling, the difference between dropping a song that you genuinely care about and just freestyling something. Because I freestyle both songs. Like, don't get me wrong, I freestyle "Fly So High" and my first video that I dropped. But the difference between them was I genuinely care about Fly So High. Like Royalty was more of like a, oh, let me just talk my shit and see
A
what I
flex
like.
song.
Yeah, not even like what could I possibly gain from dropping a video out of nowhere and going crazy?
Yeah.
Like just going crazy on the beat, just yelling. You know what I'm saying? Like literally just
Yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just talking shit.
Mario Judah type shit.
Exactly, literally, bro. Mario Judah that shit out. Just like just bring as much energy to the table as possible. And I actually, the crazy thing is that you said Mario Judah, is that I relate to Mario Judah a lot more than a lot of artists that are coming out, because he's himself no
Yeah.
matter what. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
he doesn't care what other people are saying. He just wants to be himself.
exactly. And rapping wasn't his initial like thing. He was a producer, so like I completely relate to that, bro. Basketball was my love and my heart, my soul for the longest. And then obviously I didn't graduate high school. Like I basically went through 1,000 obstacles to get where I'm at right now with this rap
To
shit.
learn what you were passionate about, and there's nothing
Not
wrong
even
with
just that. Like the passion came for the passion came like towards after I dropped my video and I started getting like blessings from it, if you know what I mean. Like I went to California, you know what I'm saying? Like I started gaining money, and like not fame obviously yet, because I'm obviously like I don't even have 1,000 subscribers, but like getting known in the city, like what going in the corner store and people like, yo, you just dropped a music video, and that shit was a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was like it just is different. Like,
and we're not like a super small city. Like we're not 2,000 people. We're still like a couple hundred.
We got
200,000
people in our city. So like every time I go to the corner store, somebody I don't even know knows who I am. Like, that's crazy. Like it doesn't even make sense. Like how did so many people see the video in the area that I'm in, but the views didn't go up? Like, how did you know I dropped a music video if there's not that many views? You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't connect to me. But
so I think it's either word of mouth.
It's a big but small city at the same time.
Yeah, it's word of mouth. They also probably see your video, like they see the video, but they don't click into it, so it doesn't count the view. But I don't know. I mean, you got word of mouth out there. That's one of the most important. Like if people are talking about your shit, that's important, because then they're aware of you.
I think that's definitely one of the main things that I got going for me is the word of mouth and that shit right now. Is because after I dropped my music video and I went to California shortly after to try to find what my purpose was in the world in general. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what I wanted from this life and like from music and from everything. And going to California, it really put a nail in the wall for me.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. Like it did. Like there was no picture to nail up. Like it just literally put me on the wall.
Yeah.
Like as a nail to start. Like I didn't have no picture. I just put a nail in the wall for no reason.
Yeah.
And then I went to California and I found some purpose and I put a motherfucking picture up. Like I'm scared of heights. Like I literally accomplished so many life goals. Like getting on a plane. You know what I'm saying? Like doing a lot of things that I never thought I would do.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend leaving your city to anybody who's watching this video, because it'll humble you.
Yeah.
And it'll give you direction. Like it'll give you direction. Like it'll show you that you're literally a grain of sand on a fucking million mile radius beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a grain of sand.
And you gotta work and keep setting yourself apart, and that's pretty much like if you want to make an impact, especially in this life, because like there's artists that are like that are huge, or the streamers even that are way bigger than me, and they'll have like 200 or 3,000 subscribers, right? But it doesn't really matter, because like somebody from fucking California won't know who that content creator is. They might be huge to us because they're in our field, but they won't be huge to that person that's in California that doesn't pay any fucking mind to what we're passionate about.
Like, it's literally exactly what happened when I went to California. Like you soon as your feet hit the ground, like you just feel like you're lost.
Yeah.
Like you're just recurringly lost. Like, you have no idea where you are.
Yep.
That's the first thing about leaving your city. You have no idea where you are and what you're gonna do today.
Yeah.
Like you don't know who you're gonna meet. You're not. It's not the same. Like you're going out of your bubble, and it's like it's just like a whole different experience. Like it's something new every single day. Like
Yeah.
that's one thing about doing music and traveling. Like there's something new every single day,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be faced with even deeper obstacles that you wouldn't even think, like crashing cars and shit, and
Yeah.
being like out of like basically out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really worrying about you as much as you would think that they are. Like
Hmm.
they're basically texting you 1 to 2 times every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. Like it's way different.
Yeah, I feel you. And pretty much, yeah, that's really what the conversation's about. Is just knowing all about that. But we're gonna move on to the next segment in our thing that I
Mm-hmm.
usually do with each of my guests. It's called "Where You See Yourself."
Yeah.
And with this segment, I ask you where you see yourself in 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years if everything goes perfect and you have
Yeah.
little to no obstacles. So we're gonna
Okay.
start off with where you see yourself in 6 months if you have little to no obstacles that are stopping you from chasing after you want to chase.
6 months from now, I see myself with possibly 1,000 subscribers.
Mm,
1,000. I want to be at 6 months from now. I'm trying to be at like 1,000 followers on every platform and
mm,
just steady building. I want in 6 months from now. I definitely want to have my first project out. I think it
okay.
depends. Like that's definitely probably like my goal is within 6 months to have my first project out, because it was supposed to be out December 8th. I was gonna drop it on my dad's birthday,
Yeah,
and I ended up deciding to completely scrap it.
I feel you.
Like to scrap the idea of dropping it right then and there, because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure every single song is perfect. Like I've made 125 songs in 6 months, so I definitely see myself having about another realistic goal, even if there's obstacles or not.
Yeah,
300 songs is another thing I'm gonna add in there. I want to have at least like 250 to 300 songs in the vault.
in 6 months.
Yeah, six
Gotcha.
months. Two, like that's with or without obstacles though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
like
understand
I'm gonna
wanting to
be,
work your ass off.
yeah, regardless. Like
Yeah.
two, like basically like how it would basically be like for you, like you want to have like 30, 40 videos. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing. Like just keep firing, bro. Like that's literally what
If
I'm
you
on.
put
Like just
content
keep
out there
firing.
and then somebody discovers you and then they're like, oh shit, he's been working hard since, it's pretty much like you see with musicians and artists. Like
Yeah.
before Drake dropped Best I Ever Had, he still
Hmm.
had like what, 5 years. Like you never realize how much work is behind the scenes because people will be like working on their craft for like 5 years or even like a year before you realize like, oh shit, they actually have some really good songs before their radio hit came out.
No, yeah, literally, bro. That's how it was with Juice World. Like I found Juice World, and then like I started falling in love with that dude's freestyles, bro. Like the way that he would just put words together and just make everything pop, bro. Like it was just, I don't know, like he just had a different way of going.
A lot of artists that you hear on the radio that you like sometimes you'll say don't like sound that great and you'll be like, oh, they're not
Mm-hmm.
even that talented. You got to realize some of them like make a song just so it hits on the radio, because if you
No,
go
yeah,
back and
literally,
if
like
you
a
go back.
radio song is a complete, bro. Listen, a radio. We were just record me. I'm in the studio right now, and we were just recording a song that we're specifically treating like a radio song,
Yeah.
and I promise you, it's not anything like I've ever recorded. Like I
Oh.
literally, we've been sitting on this song for 6 months.
Mm.
Like no, not 6 months. Like 2 to 3 months, and I forgot the question was 6 months.
Yeah.
We've been sitting on this song for months. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the main goal is to make this song as radio as possible.
Yeah.
Like barely cut, zero cuss words in the hook.
Yeah.
Like you can go down the line. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a completely different process than say the music video that I already have out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to make a hit record,
Yeah.
I have to think about algorithm. I got to think about it's just so much that goes into play, dude. It's so much different.
Yeah, because like look at somebody like Lil Uzi Vert. Like if you listen to some of his radio shit, it does not sound like how he used to freestyle.
No, not at all. He's not even the same artist that he was when he started.
He's more pop
He used to
now.
be a rapper,
Yeah, he's more
and
pop
now
now.
he's like a. In another thing that's like happened is, uh, with like you saying Little Uzi, a lot of people have been becoming different things after they blow up. Like Fetty Wap
Yep.
became like a nobody in no time. Not a nobody, but like he used to get 3-4 million in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Now
Yep.
he only gets like 100K. You know what I'm saying? He only has. So I have a song I have a song that has more views than Fetty Wap on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Like with his recent songs. Like
Yeah.
that's not normal. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he just dropped a song on SoundCloud and it's got 3,000 views. My biggest song has 3,000 views. You get what I'm saying?
I
That
feel
was
you.
a dude that has a platinum art. He was a platinum artist.
Yeah.
Like
And that's
literally
something
platinum.
surprising.
He has a diamond album. You get what I'm saying? Like the things just change so swiftly
I feel
that
you.
like Lil Uzi Vert came into the game and he was a rapper at first. Like he was a rapper. Like I've seen a lot of footage of him actually rapping.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then when he got on I don't think it was Breakfast Club, or I think it was Hot 97.
Yeah.
And he got on there and they told him to freestyle. He was like, bro, I'm a rock star.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like I'm a rock star. I'm
Yeah.
selling out 40,000. There's 40,000 people at my show. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not about to freestyle for you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm blowing up right now. That's the
Yeah.
last thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But as like a guy like Juice WRLD, he would freestyle a song 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
Before he would even do it, like, and be like, that's done.
Yeah.
Like, you get
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? Like, he would do songs with the dude named Benny, and he would do them 3 to 4 times.
Benny
and he
Blanco.
Would let Benny Blanco. He would let Benny pick the song out of 4 tries.
Yeah.
He'd say pick one.
Yeah.
And Benny said they'd all be hits, all 4 of them. And he would have to pick a hit song out of 4 songs that he did 4 times.
Yeah.
And he changed the words. Like, that's crazy. And I just did the same thing last night, and I was not rapping last year.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So we did 6 months. So where do you see yourself in 1 year? If everything goes right, no obstacles.
Everything goes right in a year. I'm supposed to have $1 million.
$1 million? That's what we're thinking.
Like that's. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I got to feed my family, bro. Like I got to get the fuck out of what I'm in right now. I'm in a slump. Yeah. Like financially and everything like that. And music is somewhere I'd love to make $1 million, but that's not where my money side of the things is at. Like I'm trying to own businesses. I'm trying to do multiple things. Yeah, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur, honestly. Like, I'm trying to create things. I'm trying to do things for people. I'm trying to feed people and do billions and billions of things. And
that's a good goal, but always remember in the back of your mind too, like there's going to be some people that aren't appreciative. Well, I mean, it's not just that they're not going to be appreciative, but there's going to be snakes in the grass.
Oh yeah, most definitely, bro. There's already snakes now, and I don't even got fucking 200 followers yet. Yeah. On certain platforms, like certain platforms, I don't even have 100 followers yet. Like seriously, like this is literally my first interview. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there might seem that there's so much professional ways with us. Yeah. But we're still so early. You know what I mean? So a year from today. We do this interview, it would be completely 10 times better.
That's part of the reason why I'm doing this part of the interview is because I don't know if you ever saw the YouTube series of Billie Eilish, where they every single year, every single year they interview her, same interview, and she even said this past year, she said, "Oh, I hope next year's a little bit different," and then we got the fucking coronavirus, and now she's like, "Oh, that didn't age well."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, exactly.
But for sure, probably gonna interview you in a year from now. So, basically what I was saying is like have the goal that you want to help other people eat, but realize that like you have to. So you got to balance it. You got to be for sure. You got to be somewhat selfish up here, but you also gotta like you can be in like so. basically, some people are going to be completely selfish and they'll be successful, but that's fine. At the end of the day, like we've seen movies and videos and shit about people that are completely selfish. At the end of the day, they burn all their bridges and then they're like in a big mansion with nobody around them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and that's one thing that I wouldn't be sad about as long as I tried
Yeah.
to help everybody. And like, cause bro, like I'm a person that like I'll make something for dinner that my roommates only eat.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm completely selfish, bro. Like I'll give you the fucking clothes off my back if I have to.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's you know what I'm saying. That's something I was taught by my mom.
Yeah.
And like I never let somebody change that about me. But that what I'm trying to say is like there's a fine line between helping somebody and seeing them just take advantage of you. And sometimes sometimes you let people take advantage of you just because you're a good person.
Because the kindness in your heart and like
exactly, yeah. And me personally, bro, it's way deeper than that. Like I'd rather you do me wrong than
you do them wrong.
Exactly, because I've already done all my wrongs. Like I've literally had a full childhood full of fuck ups. So like
I wouldn't even say that because you cheating. Because you gotta realize with shit like that too is like you can view them as fuck ups, but in life it's important to have failures, lessons. You don't even gotta call them failures at this point. Because
I call them lessons and failures only because like I was lying, cheating, stealing. I was every form of a scumbag. But the thing is like I mushed that shit to the side. I started caring about like little things, bro. Like obviously, like I started from the bottom, bro. Like you could, it might sound stupid, but you start caring about like the environment, yourself, like your family, and then once you get those three things, like once you start caring about little things like the environment, finding beauty in the little things, you'll like taking little walks, taking trips by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll literally, bro, you'll start finding beauty in the little things, and you'll take everything for what it is instead of taking everything for granted, bro. Finding beauty in the little things. That's actually a quote from one of my songs that I just did. Is find beauty in the little things, bro. Because that shit, it sounds like a simple line, but I promise you, bro, it's one of them quotes that be on your mom's wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit will never go away. And like, that's something that like always has stuck with me. And it's actually a quote that I have on my wall too in my kitchen.
Yeah, but the way that I see it though, the way that it's super important is like you could say that you were all this growing up, but like when you were growing up, you had signs where because like you ultimately learned that you were a caring person over time after your lessons, right? So the way that I see it is like you always had a kernel, and me being older than you and living through like most of your childhood. I got to see there were signs and flashes of you being a caring person. Like your favorite movie was Free Willy for the longest time when you were little.
Yeah. And a lot of people think it was mostly because of the whale, bro. I'm actually like the orcas are my favorite animal, right? Touchdown on the Free Willy topic. That's actually still one of my favorite movies. I watched that shit today. But
just like Lion King for me.
It's more exactly. It's more along the lines of like the whole like upbringing of the song. Like me and my Uncle Ryan had a connection on the Free Willy song with the Michael Jackson's part of like how him singing the one of the main songs on there. And that song is still one of my favorite songs to this day, and it taught me a lot about life. You get what I'm saying? Like I was terrified when I first got to see an orca. So like, you get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't necessarily about the whale. It was about the kid Jesse. I kind of related to him in a way. Like he just was like an outcast. And he just ends up finding this animal, and then
they form a bond.
He just finds himself. You get what I'm saying? Like he finds what he's passionate about. And then I wanted to be a marine biologist for years because of that movie. And then obviously school didn't work out. So that's something I'm gonna do when I'm like on the road and shit, and I go to college and I'm on the road. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a study for marine biology and shit like that. That's something
that's a great goal.
Highly interested in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because look at even Shaq. Do you see what happened with Shaq after he got out of the NBA?
Shaq,
he has PhD.
literally has everything you could think of. He's a police officer, a
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
Like, he could literally run his own town if he
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah, he'd be sheriff.
And that's I can relate to that 150,000%. Like, there's no limitations to what I want to be. If I live that long, I want to be someone like Shaq for sure. I don't want to just be a rapper. I want to be everything.
I 100% feel you. That's an awesome goal to have, and that's cool that I could have this conversation with you, because then we have it on video and we can actually go back and look at this. Because all of my videos I plan on having, like, this is a memory that we just made together, and a lot of people are possibly going to see this in the future. So,
I was just telling my mom yesterday that I was really excited about this one, because I'm very I just want to touch down on this topic before we hit the I think it's
5 years.
2 years?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, cool. But you inspired me in another way. When you first started streaming, right? You didn't give a fuck about nobody's opinion. You were doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You were doing it on Facebook, and you were streaming on almost everything. And it was rapidly changing the way that I was thinking about myself. I'm like, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't even have more than 3,000 friends on Facebook. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the only difference between me and you is like, you lived in a different side of town. You get what I'm saying? And then, like, I moved around the whole town, so a lot of people knew who I was. And then I had my dad's family down on the south side and shit. So, like, I had a big range of people who knew who I was.
Yeah.
And that's literally the only difference when we started. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, you've gotten your fit, bro. Your subscribers are climbing way faster than mine did.
Yeah.
And that just shows you the difference between dedication and who you know at the same time. Because obviously I've lived all through the entire city, so I obviously know more people than you. Yeah, I've known more people than you, but your following is growing faster than mine did because you put in more work than I did when I first started. You get what I'm saying? When I first started, bro, I released one song and it was like 6 months, I think, or something stupid. Like it was like 3 to 6 months before I released something else.
Yeah, I feel you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy. You're dropping video after video after video every day.
And it's not just that, too. Like, I'm streaming every single day, no break on Twitch every single day.
No break on Twitch every single day, and doing videos in between. Like, that showed me, like, bro, there's no limitations to what you can possibly do. You're fully maximizing your efforts. You get what I'm saying?
And that's the thing I appreciate. I appreciate those kind words, because, like, you know, with conversations like this, like I basically said, most of my people that I'm having on the first wave are people I love and care about. So not only am I learning a little more about you and the people that I'm having on, I'm learning more about everybody else that I've had on the show. And with that, also, I'm learning along with the viewer. Like, whoever is viewing this, watching this right now at this very moment, when they see this, they're going to be like, okay, I've learned this about Jeremiah. I learned this about Sylence. He's got all these. He's got all these. Like some people will probably view you from, like, your past and be like, oh, he's probably the same Jeremiah that I've known. No, you've grown as a person.
I really wanted to do this before I started really binging on releasing songs. Like, I always felt like I need to do an interview. Like, I need to talk about my dad. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about that. I need to talk about music. And that's why I'm just glad that you're giving me this platform. Like, I don't even need to touch all my topics on this one. I've already got a lot off my chest in this talk.
100%.
100%. So, like, you have put me on a different form of a pedestal, me getting to talk about myself in another way too. Like, basically letting me touch base on my point of views.
And this is basically a series to put a spotlight on all you guys. Literally to give you guys center stage and tell your story, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's a really selfless, very genuine thing to do for people, bro. And I'm very proud of you, bro. Like, you're doing everything that I would imagine you doing, and I didn't have to say anything to you, and that's the most beautiful thing that I could possibly see for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing everything that I would have told you to do. Like, yo, you should have me on there for an interview for the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally,
plug on my social medias and shit.
Literally, bro. Like, it's literally everything that I could have imagined. Like, bro, you're doing it. Like, and that's what somebody said similar things to me.
Yeah.
and I had to say it to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. So, all right, we're gonna move on. We spent a lot on the 1 year part. 5 years of everything goes perfect, no obstacles. This one's a little blurry and a little harder to think about because you're thinking
Not for me.
half. Is that nope? Everybody else. It's a little. But 5 years. What are we thinking?
5 years. I see myself sitting in a mansion,
Mansion.
chilling. Mansion. 5
Good
years.
goals. Good goals.
Ridiculous. 5 years, bro. 5 years. Period. I don't care if I'm not rapping.
Tiger in the backyard.
I see myself in a mansion, helping my family in every way possible, providing jobs for my family, providing jobs for people I genuinely care about.
Yep.
And that's one thing I want to touch on. I want to change the perspective of people can't help everybody.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good can't come from it. But that's the thing. I want to be taught wrong. I want to fail in certain aspects of that.
Failure is just as important as success.
I want to see people's true colors, man. I want to see this shit for what it is. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely want to see everything that life has to hold, and I'm pretty sure, like genuinely 95% sure that 5 years from now I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be fine. Like my
100%.
mindset that I have now, I genuinely believe that I'm gonna be fine. I think about everything so down to the last detail now. And
micromanagement.
Different. Exactly. It's just way different now, man. I definitely see myself going crazy within the next 5 years for sure. Like,
so what can you improve to work on towards your goals that we just talked about in the 6 months, 1 year, 5 years? What can man improve like immediately? Work on like what's your biggest weakness right now that you think you can work on?
Just being consistent, man. Just being happy and just fighting my anxiety, my depression, and trying to get through everything that I put on my plate. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing on my plate besides rent and food and you know what I'm saying, the regular things that someone does after they move out of their parents' house.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I put more on my plate, which I don't deserve. Like I'm doing fine.
Uh-huh.
And I put a lot of stress on my plate for no fucking reason. And I genuinely don't need that shit.
Uh-huh.
But once I remove my self-destruction button, it'll be fine. Like that's really what I have, a self-destruction button. So if anything happens to the point where it's like a catastrophe or anything like that, it'll definitely be because of my self-destruct button, man. And all I want to say on that topic is don't let anybody tell you what you think is best for yourself. Like
100%.
You're in, like, you're the king of your castle, dude. Like, run that shit. And that's how I got where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Period. Like,
that's
3,000 views, 2,000 views on different songs, sure, whatever. But there's a lot of things that I could have done that I did not speak about. You get what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
there's minimum opportunities. I mean, there's opportunities that I made minimum instead of fully going through that shit. Or like I could have got a feature from somebody but didn't have the money at the time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like there's obstacles that you're always going to face. And I think the self-destruct button is definitely my biggest problem.
And I feel that. So you always know if you ever need anything, you have me. The way that we've been communicating on Messenger, if you ever need anything, you could always hit me up, as always.
It goes both ways, bro, for sure.
So if you had to rank how important your goals are at the moment, where do you place them? What's your number one goal that you think is the most important?
Number one goal is to build my fan base and get myself heard. 2 is to become financially stable and be able to help my family regardless if the music starts moving or not. 3, put myself in a better position.
Better situation,
Better situation, like all the way through and through. Better living situation, clothes, all that. I mean, I'm doing fine right now. I probably got more clothes than anybody in the family, but I just want to redo my wardrobe and shit. Just get myself, like, redo my image, not redo my image, but like I just need to add to myself. I gotta get tattoos and shit. Like I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And then I only got like 5 goals right now, so I'm gonna do 2 more. And then another one would be I plan on right now from this day to next December, I want to have 10 music videos out.
Yep.
And that's a goal that I cannot let leave the top 5. Like I have to have at least 8 more music videos out by next year.
And that's a good thing.
Who does them?
Yeah.
I don't care who does them. I don't care who does them. I don't care who how they get done, how they get out, what they look like, what the fucking song is. 10 videos.
10 videos.
5, the last goal would to just be I genuinely need a bigger following.
Yeah.
To
grow your fan base.
Yeah, that was number 3, but it's different. Like
I know what you mean.
To grow my audience,
so you can get your message out there.
There's a bigger message, man. There's always a bigger message to me. You get what I'm saying? Like there's always a higher purpose for somebody, man. And like I gotta get a bigger following, dude. So people can understand like what's like, because my bigger following goes deeper, like for like what I believe in, for like the charity, for the oceans, and for just everything that I have planned. I need a bigger following, not a bigger fan base, a bigger following. Just people who will listen, because once they listen, they'll understand that I'm not just some kid rapping on a fucking beat. I'm having that you
have goals and that you want to live your life.
Having fun, though. At the same time, yes, I am a kid just rapping on a beat, but that's the fun part. I can touch base on some serious fucking topics. It's just my vocabulary and dictionary isn't that fucking big. So, you know what I'm saying? I might not know how to put the words together right now, you motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like, like, that's my biggest thing. Like, and if I had another thing, learn how to embrace the hate. There's another goal I have.
Because there's constructive criticism
in my stomach. Like there's something about it. Like I just puts a weird pit in my stomach. Like someone going through and disliking you're like one person. You know what I'm saying? Like
what's really going through their mind that they have to go through each and every one of my videos. I literally
said the same thing to my friend Travis, my good friend Travis. He's a drop shipper. He's one of my best friends, right? We were having a great conversation. And I told him, I was like, bro, what has to be going through somebody's mind where they're like, let me watch this video, right? The video's over, right? Your job is done. You feel me? Like, if you decide to like or comment, that is an extra thing that you are doing. Extra. That's extra. That's extra love, consideration, caring. You get what I'm saying? But when you go to dislike, you know what I'm saying? When you go to talk shit, and you go to put somebody down, I want you to think for 1 second. What if this was my video? And someone said this is a whole gigantic piece of shit right here. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna dislike that shit.
So
ruin your game.
The reason why I hate the dislike button in particularly is like, at least come in the comment section and tell me why you hated the video first, so I can like work on it and possibly like, if you're not just hating to hate, like at least tell me like what am I doing wrong?
Like this is my thing. I'm doing something wrong. You could call me, text me, because bro, I'm still local. So like everybody that don't like me, I know you, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel, bro. Like I might not know them. You get what I'm saying? But you obviously know something of me, or I'm just genuinely coming off cocky to you. And you don't like that.
Fucking Rachel down the street says she doesn't like your song because you didn't text her back 2 years ago.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And there's somebody who, like, there was people who disliked my music video as soon as it dropped, bro. There was like a second later that it dropped. Like that shit was literally out for like 5 minutes. And that shit got his first dislike, and I was like, I know who the fuck that is. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know who the fuck that is. But like when my following and my everything goes bigger, I'm not gonna give a fuck about that. That's gonna be the last thing I'm worried about. When I got 5,000 dislikes, I'm not gonna worry about the first person that disliked me. But I only have 6 dislikes total on my whole fucking YouTube account. So I'm obviously gonna think like, okay, that's obviously fucking Jonathan from way back when. That's got some shit to say. Exactly. There's somebody that's got some shit to say to me that they didn't get to say. You get what I'm saying? They're taking that shit out on my motherfucking
on my video, my work ethic. But yeah, we're gonna move on. We got one or two more things left before we get you out of here. There's a thing that we do with all of our guests called word association. I say a word, and then you either let me know a word that the first thing that comes to mind, or a word back. So we're gonna do a thing called word association. Success.
Silence, word of dad.
Failure.
I'm gonna have to say silence again because that nigga be right there with it.
Oh my God. And we were talking about the self-destruct button, he says.
Yep. Yes, we are.
But cold.
My room.
Hot. First thing comes to mind when you hear hot.
Oh, when I freestyle.
Fire. Good.
Fire. Say it again.
Good.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Bad for some reason.
Bad.
Good.
I was about to
say
that's
both of them.
But
I want to touch base on that real quick.
Yeah.
Every time I think of something good,
yeah,
something bad comes, and every time I think of something bad,
something good
comes right after. Yeah. It's 50-50.
Yeah, I feel you. It's like a balance. But other than that, before we get your closing thoughts, so we usually plug music at the end, like when we're doing like the black screen and the credits or whatever. Tell the viewers about your song choice.
Oh man, this is my first music video. My baby, man. Royalty is. It was my debut release as a song that I was gonna put on all platforms, but I decided not to because I wanted to maximize the views on SoundCloud and YouTube.
Yeah.
But Royalty is about my God. It's about. It's obviously about my goddaughter, Mariella Royalty. She's literally a sunshine human. Like she's literally like the funniest, most adorable person I've ever met in my life, and I can't wait to see her grow up. I love watching it. She smiles every time she sees me. But that one line, you know what I'm saying? I hope Willie know I will blow for Royalty.
Yeah.
That is so much deeper than what it was. Like that whole, and obviously the whole song became named Royalty because of that one line. And it was a freestyle. You get what I'm saying? So
you want me to make sure in the little clip that's at the end, you want me to put like something that includes that? Let Willie know, blow for Royalty?
Nah. I mean, it's what I'm trying to say is like that one line became the name of the song because of how much she means to me.
I feel you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The songs, that's why it's called Royalty in parentheses. The real name of the song is called Keep Your Head Up.
Yeah.
Because it's a freestyle about how I try to keep my head up. Like every time I cop a chain, swear it's glistening. You get what I'm saying? Like every time I put my chains on, it makes me like I'm putting my head up. Like you know what I'm saying? I got a couple thousand on my neck. A lot of people don't have this. Like I'm doing things that a lot of people can't do. So it's basically just shit like that, bro. Like I'm trying to talk my shit in a way, but also tell you what I genuinely care about. And a lot of people said that shit didn't make sense.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it's hard to think a crazy person makes sense sometimes. So.
Well, here's the thing. The way that you're thinking is how you're thinking. We can't tell you how you're thinking, you know what I'm saying? If you put that on a song, that's your own artistic interpretation of it. Like we can't tell you how to be an artist, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's my biggest thing about people trying to be a critic. Like you can't put yourself in my shoes.
Yeah.
For that moment. Like that was one of my biggest moments of my career so far.
Yeah.
So like obviously the turnout I got on the video, like I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. So getting anything over 1,000 views was big. Yeah. And it got it's almost at 3,000 now. So what I'm trying to say is like when I went in the studio and recorded that song, I had no idea that was going to be my first music video. Yeah. I had no idea. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the song became so meaningful that it became that.
It became your baby.
Anybody who is hating on me that watched this, because they probably will. Yeah. All I got to say to them is put yourself in the shoes of somebody who did
Who
not
you're
know they
hating
were.
on.
Yeah, you had no idea you were gonna rap. First of all, ever. You always loved music, but you never knew where it was gonna take you. And every person that you looked up to did music. My stepfather, that is now with my mother, did music. My father, who passed away when I was 12, did music. I think it was only right.
Yeah, I feel you.
It was only right for me to do music, man. I genuinely do.
I feel you.
And because we couldn't let Bean do music.
Yeah.
I gotta say that. We couldn't let Bean do music.
Yeah.
I can't, like, even when I do get Bean on the track, it's gonna be Young Sylence featuring Bean. We can't have no nigga named Bean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna
Like,
have to name him Junior or some shit.
He gotta go to the league, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gotta be they're gonna call him Bean Junior. He's gonna be the next Kobe or some shit. I don't know. He's crazy. He got the handle now. He can shoot. Got good ball vision. He's gonna be great.
All
but
right.
we couldn't let him rap though.
I feel you. I feel you. But closing thoughts on what you think. What do you think about the episode? How it turned out?
Man, I ain't gonna. It was so natural.
Yeah.
It was a great experience, man. I'm genuinely proud of you and everything that you're doing. Like the from the Pokemon to the everyday streaming, man. That shit is very inspirational. And the finishing thoughts that I have on the whole episode is I honestly smoked too much weed to remember everything that we talked about. So I'm gonna have to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very excited to watch us, you know what I'm saying, get in our element and talk about this shit, because
tomorrow at 12.
Everything that we talked about, man, is very important. And my finishing thoughts would be that Grandpa would be proud of us. My dad would be proud. And Broken Soul, the album, is coming eventually. I don't know when. Maybe next December. Maybe tomorrow.
All right. We have no idea. But yeah, everybody like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how we did in the comment section. Go follow him. All of his socials are going to be down in the description. We're going to do a black screen whenever he first introduced all of his socials. We're going to just put them right in your face. And yeah, other than that, both of us are out. Have a good rest of your night.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Tune in, man. Tune in.
All right, see you, Dup.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Austin. It means a lot, bro. This was great.
Yep.
One take off. You know the gang here. Silence. Hey, Zuski here. Whole lot of gang. Every time I rap, I swear to God, I feel different. Mama look at me now and say I'm real gifted. Yeah. Silence.